movements or the phases of the moon as it moves around the spiral of life. It has a center, four corners, and it also is aligned to a particular star system. And I think it's Cassiopeia, I'm not so sure. This is on page 8 of the handout. So that medicine wheel is an acknowledgement of the unity of life's expression, and it also is a telephone that sends a message back to the heart of the universe. So some of the medicine wheels are actually attuned like radios to particular star systems. So what does that mean? It means that our communication with the universe is ongoing, and that there is a reciprocal relationship with the universe, that we receive sunlight through which to see and grow, and also we return our prayers of appreciation. So prayers are actually a completion of a circuit of communication. Not asking for, it is the prayer that acknowledges that yes, we are united in this field. This is very significant in the teachings that are shared, because when you are asking for something, you are not honoring what is there. You are outside of the moment and the awareness of what is present. So it is not a prayer to ask, it is to give thanks for what is. So this medicine wheel, it enabled people to follow movements of a particular star system, and also to keep track of the moon and its dance around the circle of life. What does it mean to you? Well, when you consider the many lines of it, you can also see a torus ring. This is a flat picture, yet it has many lines coming from the center, just as a rainbow torus ring has many lines. And so the medicine wheel, in a sense, is honoring and replicating the movement of energy through the universe, and that each one is a part of this communication. And so the ceremonial cycles are also important in terms of planting and harvesting. You plant with prayer, you prepare the earth with prayer, and what is the prayer? We are thankful, and we intend to energize abundance that we may feed many people. That is the prayer. And what is in the seed that we plant? We breathe on the seeds that have been collected, the best of the previous harvest, and they're kept in a special shrine in the home, and periodically they're taken out and acknowledged and breathed upon, and at the appropriate time they are then placed in the ground. And the process of placing these seeds in the ground is also a process of prayer and a time of ceremony. When we place seeds in the ground, we are also seeding the potential of our whole community to actualize understanding. So every action is connected with each person, and even one's own body. Those who are very successful in gardening, these days we say they have a green thumb, Well, in the old ways, we would say that they had a green belly, that the circle of communion from their body and the earth. So one of these torus rings is also relating to the earth. And so it gives some people the opportunity to walk really quickly, very fast, or to run very quickly, or to find their way over rough terrain. So some people having this ability also bring forth incredible abundance, incredible harvest, because of that aware relationship with the land. So having visited people who live in arid regions, and the old folks would walk miles to get to their fields, and there's no water. Literally desert, yet their corn and cantaloupe and beans grow because of their relationship with the land. So what is the significance of this? That we are in the circle of life together, and that we have a spiritual responsibility to return our understanding, what we are learning, to that circle. And if we are having difficulty, then we ask for help. And some people go to a healer, others will go to a medicine man, a psychiatrist, a bone setter. Whatever is needed, people will find that person who will help ameliorate the sense of dissonance from that natural state of wellness. So this picture, a medicine wheel, it has been disturbed by archaeologists. It still sends out information into the universe. And they are made as radios by layering the material. So there is the material that is crushed shell, then loamy earth, then maybe clay, then crushed shell again. And so the difference in energy between those levels, there is an energy differential that becomes like a battery. And this becomes the basis of the energy rising and returning to the circle from these sacred places. And then the orientation, oriented between particular constellations or directly at particular constellations, then the constellation as it passes awakens the radio, and the radio sends a message. Yes, the human beings are well, they are doing things, they remember. So in this worldview, spirituality is practical. Wisdom is practical, and it is something to share, and also it is a treasure that you carefully offer. So you prepare each other, just as you would prepare the ground. To understanding, you prepare a person in the same way by showing how to expand the view and to take note of the weeds that obscure the field of clear mind, and also to show that all of those appearances, weeds or not weeds, it is pretty much happening right now. And so you don't go away to some place else to realize wisdom, it is within. So there is the relative experience of wisdom, and where we have a sense of it, we read about it, and then there are those moments, flashes of direct insight. And someone once asked me, how do you know if it's a flash of insight or if it is your ego, you watch, you listen. The ego has its own voice and character, where I noticed. The flash, it has no I noticing, and the perception of it is within and all around. So that is one way to begin discerning between mind chatter and the awakening of the heart's direct insight. So, at this moment, I would like you to consider that as a human being, you have a place in the medicine wheel. That what is the medicine wheel? It's the circle of life, and in a sense, it's what is meant about your spiritual family or your Buddha family or your angelic family, however people describe it. And so it is sensing the direction in which you face, you sense a complete circuit of energy, or you sense yourself aligned energetically. And so when doing the dance of the directions very slowly, one can perceive a pulse where the energy nurtures you, where it comes from. You feel it in your hands or your whole body, and this gives you a sense of your spiritual family, and also the particular characteristics you are studying and unraveling to perceive directly their mystery. So in certain initiations, something like a stick is held on a mandala, and which direction it falls in indicates your Buddha family and the particular areas that you are working on. And it changes. It is not always the same. Some people, it remains constant. So the Buddha family, in a sense, is saying, these qualities, so say it is East, the awakened energy of direct perception, clear perception, is the seed awareness that is being unfolded. That is, and it's not awake state, is the contrived view, the projected view, the reactive view. And so in the period in which one is aligned with that direction, you are learning to transform, actually to allow to dissolve those mental patterns that are not your pristine awareness. So if you're looking in the south, if the stick should fall and your family is in the south, it would indicate that in the awakened state is great generosity and also understanding of how to manifest that, bring forth great wealth and building for the benefit of many. And in its asleep character, it is selfishness, withholding. And when the stick falls to the west, intelligence, getting angry, critical, understanding, always wanting to know the how and disagreeing and arguing with it. In its sleepy state and its awakened state, it is compassion and seeing the suffering that arises through the pattern of creating differences and or other. And in the north, the sleepy or the unawake is arrogance and pride. And the awake is very skillful methods and great energy of accomplishment. So human beings having an awareness of sacred space and having different cultural ways of addressing this sacred space make beauty in their homes, create beauty in their offices, wherever we are. And the wise person also recognizes the importance of the relationship with the environment and the water and the wind. And so one builds with understanding of those relationships. And so the concept of sacred space is not something that is just for prayer or creating a shrine. It is also about making ecologically sound places to live, to work. So, idea of sacred space is again based upon the energy of the spiral and the dance of the rainbow torus ring. So now I invite you to contemplate, and we'll look outside. The weather is changing and the leaves are quivering. We'll turn our chairs and we will look outside at the sky and simultaneously looking within. And what are we looking at? We're looking at our relationship in the circle of life. It looks like it's outside, yet is it? So are you ready? All right. Do you have a picture of the sky as well? You might raise the camera a bit.
We're working on it.
Okay, good. Breathing naturally. Exhaling, offering, inhaling, receiving. How wonderful and dynamic the circle of life, the circle breath. As you breathe, sense your mind, your awareness expanding, touching the trees, connecting with the breath of the trees. As you inhale, sense the gift of the trees. As you exhale, send forth thoughts of appreciation. Observe how the earth, the sky, the tree, the water, the wind itself are links in the appearance of your form. All concepts, all visualization, all thought dissolves into light. That light becomes finer and finer and finer until it is but a thread running through the center of you. And that thread of light, from bottom and top, it dissolves into the blue jet. And then into space. In a flash, you are recognizing yourself in the chair and inseparable from the luminous state, aware of the field. How wonderful. And 15-minute break.